the E. 3 E's.
I'm a traveling man, moving through places, space and time. Got a lot of things I got to do. God willing, I'm coming back to you, baby boo. I'm a traveling man.
Welcome back. You're with Eon Temple, bringing y'all a new video basically about some processes in life that happens on a day-to-day basis. And what is that exactly? What is something that you practice without you even knowing on the day today? That is balance. And when I talk about balance, I'm talking about alignment. So balance, something that's always shifting, always changing in nature, right? So you might seem to be at balance on one point, but on the other hand, the flip side is you get emotion. Any type of disturbance causes you to be knocked off of the pivot. So when you're in a state in which you're balanced, you feel at peace. Usually you feel aligned with your objective, what you're trying to do. And this could be just going for a drive, doing your day-to-day work activities, whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, as well as an objective. So I was just sitting one day, I was just thinking how the pyramid, the rocks that I have next to me, that they're always seeming to fall out of balance anytime there's a subtle movement or a shift. And it's funny how this vibration starts from the bottom and it goes to the top. I was just thinking, why doesn't the rocks get disturbed at the bottom? Why is it that the top is the thing that falls, that ends up falling down? And I really had to think how energy is transferred and how every cause there's an effect. So this energy being transferred from the bottom to the top represents just how energy flows from the most stable parts all the way to what is the pinnacle, what is less stable. And this shift in balance, sometimes it causes it to shake, other times it causes the actual top to fall off. So how is that relevant? You might be asking yourself. It could sound just like some random thing, but really think about how that applies to your life. Anything that you're sturdy, or any foundation that you've built a strong foundation on, like a house. How is it that foundation is strong, yet at the top you have a sort of weakness, a sort of unstableness, uncertainty in which things can always shift it? And when you identify that, how can that help you to alter your perspective and alter the things you do to make it more cohesive, make it more stable and structured? So back when the ancient pyramid builders, they understood how energy flowed. That's why they built the pyramid in this upright position with a stable foundation, because they knew that to conduct electricity from the sun rays would come down on the gold tip, and they would have the Nile River channel with water as a foundation, and built these canals underneath the pyramids to allow water to flow through. And in doing so, this would allow electricity for them to generate electricity through the sunlight, and the water, the hydrogen and oxygen molecule, that's a battery. So when these two would come, positive and negative, would create electricity. And that's what I believe that the ancients were doing back then, as well as other things possibly. They have UFOs on the walls, so things are possible. Anything that the mind can fathom, you know, at the end of the day. So back to the point with the pyramid. When they say the pyramid is the most stable structure, it's not just to say that, it's the fact that you have such a geometrical structure that is stable at the bottom, and it's slowly ascending to a point in which it reaches its pinnacle, where this shape is at its maximum capacity. How does that represent you? How does that allow you to be your best, to truly be balanced in every way of your life? And when this pinnacle, when this top falls off, how can you realign yourself? You know? For me though, personally, things I've done to allow myself to get to a point in which I can stay aligned and stay balanced is just taking things day by day, taking and putting things in its right perspective. Sometimes I can feel overwhelmed by thoughts of the future or things I have to do, but it's just stacking these rocks, stacking these moments on top of moments, and stacking these moments. It's more cohesive when you're more aware of what you're doing in every moment, not broadcasting yourself into timelines, into points of thinking in which is not manifested into the present. If you want that future, you have to do the groundwork. You have to build the pyramid. So think about this, something you can integrate, something to be mindful of, which allow you to have less stress, have less anxiety about things you have no control over. Because that's what really the mind starts to be anxious, starts to be in the state of disharmony, out of balance, because you're constantly thinking of things that haven't happened yet. And in doing so, it really makes you have to just expend more energy that you could be putting it into what you do have control over, which is the very present moment you're in. And the moment you're watching this video, you're focusing, you're watching me, right? So just, you know, don't take it as something to be super stressed about, you know. Just enjoy life, you know. It's a ride, it's a fun ride to be on. It can be rocky, but you have to change your perspective of things, and you'll see your reality shift for you. Stay blessed. Peace.